Hi everyone, it's Ryan here. The Syngency team are very excited to announce the launch of Syngency Sign, our new document management and e-signature platform. Sign integrates seamlessly with Syngency's agency platform, so documents created in agency can be sent via Sign. It'll then update your agency account once it has been completed. Sign is a standalone platform, so you'll have a separate account and billing from your agency account. As you can see here, it has its own URL at sign.syngency.com. You can send documents from Sign independent of the agency platform, but it really is designed to integrate with your agency account so that all of your deal memos, client contracts, and talent contracts can be synced with and sent from Sign. So to get started, register for a Sign account at sign.syngency.com/start. You only need one account for your agency, so anyone who needs access to Sign in order to create templates, etc., will all need to share the same account. Your agents can still use the agency platform to send these documents via Sign, but they won't need access to the Sign account. Okay, let's get started and log in. If you've forgotten your password, you can always click Forgot Password and Sign will send you a new one. The first thing we see once we've logged in is the Sign dashboard. This is quite basic currently, but we'll be adding new elements to it shortly, including a timeline activity view of documents that have been sent, received, and signed. For now though, it just shows you the basics. How many documents have been sent in the last 30-day period, how many of those documents have been viewed, how many of those have been completed, and what your current billing is based on documents sent. It's important to note that Syngency Sign uses volume pricing based on the number of documents sent each month. Each document sent is charged at $1.50, and for more information on pricing, you can visit syngency.com/sign. Next up, we have the document section. This lists all of the documents that have been created in Sign. Each document has its own status, either draft, sent, cancelled, completed, declined, or archived. All of these should be fairly self-explanatory, but if you have any questions on how they work, please hit us up on Intercom. I will mention the archive status quickly. Obviously, as you begin to use Sign frequently, you may find you're sending quite a significant volume of documents and may want to archive older ones. You can always retrieve them at any time. The search fields at the top should be familiar if you've used our agency platform. You can search by a document name, status, template, or the date range that it was created within. To create a new document, click the New Document button at the top here. You have two options for new documents. You can create a one-off document uploaded from a PDF, Word, or Excel file, or create one, often a regularly used document based on an existing template. Give your document a name, such as Talent Contract, and then add some signers. So in this case, there may be just one signer, and we'll call it Talent. Once that's done, hit Create, and we'll see that our talent contract now appears in the list with a draft status. To the right of the document list is the familiar context menu where we can preview, send, download, or delete this document. Click Send and the Send document modal opens, listing the sender details and the recipient details for each one of the signer roles created for this document. Enter a name and email address for each of the signers. If you want to send copies to recipients who can only view the document but not sign it, include their emails in the viewers field. This is an ideal way to let parents, guardians, or managers review the document prior to the talent signing it. The subject will appear in the subject line of the email sent to signers, as will the message field in the body of the email. Okay, I'll send this and we'll check our email for the notification that there is a document waiting to be signed. Once we open the email, we'll click the button to open and then sign the document. Okay, let's move on to templates. Templates are where Syngency Sign really shines, particularly how they integrate with the agency platform. Think of a template as the same document that is regularly used for different recipients. Client or talent contracts are a good example of these. The template list works much the same as the document list, with search fields and a filter for inactive templates. Note that only templates that have no documents created yet can be deleted. Otherwise, you can only make the template inactive. Let's create a new template. We'll add the name of it here. This will be a talent release, so we'll add a talent as a signer. You can add multiple signers as needed here, and we'll add a second signer once we're editing the template later on. Let's upload our PDF for the template, save it, and it'll appear in the list where we can click on it to edit our new template. Let's begin by adding some fields for our signer to complete, such as a name, a date, and a signature. Clicking on a field type from the sidebar will add that field to the page. We can then click and drag to position or resize it, as well as changing the font family, font size, and text alignment for each field. Clicking anywhere else on the page will deselect the current field, so you can go back and add another one. Clicking on a field again lets you edit its properties. Toggle the required switch if the field should be completed before the document can be submitted by the signer. If you want to remove the field from the template, click the remove link here. You'll notice that each of the fields we're adding is the same color as the signer in the list here. To manage the signers for this document, such as adding a new one, renaming, or removing an existing one, we can click the edit button. In this case, we're going to add a guardian signer. You'll notice the color for this role is automatically set to indigo, and when we switch to the guardian role, the green fields that are specific to the talent role have disappeared, and we can now add ones for our guardian role. You'll also notice we have custom fields at the bottom here. Custom fields contain data synced from your agency account each time this document is generated. If this is a template for a talent document, then it might contain custom fields that automatically populate the talent's name, address, or social security number, for instance. This is a really powerful feature, and it'll save so much time when it comes to creating and sending a high volume of documents from your agency. We'll finish adding these custom fields as placeholders for now, and then I'll show you how to map them to data from your agency account in our next video. We'll finish up on the activity and account pages. Activity simply shows all of the document activity that has occurred across all of your different documents and signers. Here we have different signers viewing, signing, and declining your documents. Search fields at the top here assist with locating actions that have occurred with a specific document or across a specific date range. Under the Account tab, we also have basic information about your Sign account. Here you can set the time zone, change your password, and set up your billing once your free trial has expired. That's it for our introduction to Syngency Sign. In our next video, we'll switch over to the agency platform, and I'll show you how it integrates with Syngency Sign.